Hi, and welcome to Rachel Art with Heart.
Hi, hello. It's so great to see you guys again. Today, we are continuing talking about famous artists. Today, we're going to be talking and discussing Jean-Michel Basquiat. He is a famous artist that rose to fame in the 1980s. He is from Brooklyn, New York. We're going to look at some of his artwork. Before we get started, there's a really good book called Radiant Child. If you guys are interested in getting this book and reading this book, it talks about his life and it's a children's book. I'm just going to read a little piece from it. This really explains his artwork, and I really loved this sentence from this book. So, his drawings are not neat or clean, nor does he color inside the lines. They are sloppy, ugly, and sometimes weird, but somehow still beautiful. I really loved that sentence. As artists, sometimes it's so easy to criticize ourselves or feel like something that we're making isn't good enough, right? But we have to remember all artists are different and all artwork is different. And sometimes you might be creating something that maybe somebody says something mean about, but you have to really know what you're doing is beautiful. Even if it does look sloppy or messy or isn't staying in the lines, whatever you're creating is beautiful. It's coming from the heart. It's coming from your mind. It's coming from something that you love or something that you're expressing. So I really loved that sentence from here. I really love his artwork because it's not the typical beautiful masterpieces that you are seeing, but somehow when you look at it all, it is beautiful. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of his art pieces. All right, you guys. So today we are going to be creating an art piece like this. Did you see one of his artwork that kind of looked like this? We're going to be using that as our inspiration today for today's artwork. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys. So we are going to start our art project created by Jean-Michel Basquiat. To start with this, I'm going to start with our background first. And I'm going to be using the material chalk pastels. Your hands will get messy with chalk pastels. So if you want to have a wet paper towel on hand, or you can simply just wash your hands afterwards using soap and water. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fill our whole background with chalk pastels, different colors. There's no rhyme or reason to this, just kind of whatever you're feeling. I'm gonna start with some movements here, like this. Again, however you wanna create this. Remember with chalk pastels, you can always kind of get your finger, move it around like this. Something kind of very relaxing about just using colors, doing what you feel. Chalk pastels are very different than our oil pastels, huh? They obviously are more chalky, so that's why you're getting all of this chalky stuff coming up, right? That's why you can smudge it with your fingers. that. Look at all that chalk coming off. Told you it'd get messy. That's okay. Sometimes art gets messy. Do you notice how I'm not rubbing the chalk on top of each other? I'm putting the colors right next to each other. Make sure you're putting your colors next to each other as well. That way we're not getting mixed colors and you can still see those bright colors that you are using. Let's see, put some more orange over here. You'll also notice I'm using the sides. You can use the sides or you can just color it like this. Over here. All right. So there's my background to my art piece. Now, since I have messy hands, I'm gonna go ahead and go wash my hands in the sink. You can go ahead and wash your hands too. All right, now that my hands are all washed and cleaned, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my washi tape. I have lots of different color washi tapes over here. And normally with my washi tape, I like to use scissors. I'm just gonna rip pieces of washi tape using my hands. And I'm gonna start placing it all over in the background. Again, wherever you want. No right way to put these, no wrong way. You are the artist. And wherever you think your paper, wherever you think your washi tape will look best. To simply, when using my washi tape, I get my scratchy fingers, scratch, scratch, scratch. I peel it up, and to rip, I just kind of carefully rip it like this. Might take a little bit of practice at first, but that's how we get better at things. We practice, 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 and then we get better at stuff. All right, so I am feeling pretty good about this. I just layered my washi tape on top of each other. I just kind of put it wherever I felt like putting it. There is no right spot for any of this. As you can see, I have it going all the way around. I switched off colors, and I just placed them where I wanted to. I did little pieces of washi tape. None of my pieces are too big. And I just kind of created a background because next we are going to be drawing some dinosaurs to put on top. And we are going to set this piece to the side. Grab out our paper over here. I just have a regular piece of paper that I'm going to be drawing my dinosaur on top. Now I'm going to start over here with the head, and I'm going to draw kind of a long back. My little T-Rex over here, right? And with most of his work, you'll notice it doesn't look exactly like a dinosaur. It doesn't look exactly like a face. It's almost feelings, interpretations of things. So your dinosaur doesn't have to look exactly like a dinosaur. It's more gonna be the feeling of it, right? So I'm gonna draw my dinosaur's mouth over here and his teeth. Go and draw him down like this, and his legs over here, and his arms. There we go. I'm gonna draw an eye right here. And then I'm gonna color in my dinosaur. You notice I'm using a black oil pastel. Not like my chalk pastel. You'll notice it's not chalky, right? It's a black oil pastel. Maybe I'll do some spikes going down my dinosaur's back over here. And then I'm also going to add in some yellow, and I'm gonna make a crown for my dinosaur. You'll often see Jean-Michel Basquiat artwork with some crowns in it as well. So I'm gonna make my dinosaur have a crown over here, right on top of his head. There we go. Maybe I'll outline this crown a little. That way it kind of pops a little bit more. There we go. So there is my dinosaur, and I think I'm ready to cut it out, and then I'm gonna glue it onto the background that we just finished creating. So I'm gonna grab my scissors, putting my thumb here, my fingers here, pointing my scissors away from me, holding my paper with my other hand, and carefully cut. Cutting around my dinosaur, taking my time, rotating my paper as I'm cutting. All right. My dinosaur. Rawr. And then I'm gonna grab my background over here. I'm gonna decide which way I want my dinosaur to be, which way I want my background to be. And I think I'm gonna do my dinosaur kind of like this. So I'm gonna get my glue. Now that I have figured out where I want my dinosaur to go, I'm gonna put glue on the background of my dinosaur. If it's too hard to use the glue, you can also grab a glue brush. You can put your glue in a jar and just brush on your glue, kind of like this. Making sure you get all those different spots. So either way is fine. If you want to just pour on your glue and then stick your dinosaur onto your artwork, or you can use a glue brush and a jar and pour your glue in a jar and use your glue brush to carefully paint on the glue in the background like this. And then once your dinosaur is all glued, go ahead and flip it over. Remember where you were gonna put it. Stick your dinosaur on. Just like that. Now you can choose to leave your dinosaur just how it is, glued on like this, let it dry. Or if you want to, you can grab your oil pastels. Maybe you want to write words on here, different symbols on here. I'm going to write love over here. You can kind of create different styles in the background. Maybe I'll draw some more crowns over here. Because like I said, in a lot of his artwork, you'll notice some different crowns. Maybe some different shapes coming over here. Like that. Just different designs over here. My crown is bright. Like that. And then whenever you are feeling finished, you can let the glue dry and you have yourself a Jean-Michel Basquiat inspired piece of artwork. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun creating our art piece, created by Jean-Michel Basquiat. Thanks so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you guys next time. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe because we're always creating something really fun. Thanks, you guys. Bye.